What's up, you all? Welcome back. Just hopping on live today, real quick. I won't be on that long because I'm so late. I just want to go back through again with the spirits of blackness, part two. Let me try to go live on my page, my IG page. Let me try to get them on here. Let me try to get them on here real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? And so these spirits of black, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm sorry I'm so late today, but I had left something at the gym. I had to go back to the gym, and then I had to get some gas, and then, you know, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a blessed day. Um, anyway, the spirits of blackness, spirit of pride, the spirit of entitlement, spirit of oppression, spirit of envy and jealousy, and the spirit of offense. First is the spirit of pride, obviously, pride being the beginning of sin. Second is the spirit of oppression. You start to feel, I'm sorry, spirit of entitlement. Once you're prideful, you start to feel entitled, like somebody owes you something. If you don't get it, we go into the spirit of oppression where you feel oppressed because you can't get your way. Then there's a spirit of envy and jealousy because you feel like others are getting what you deserve. Then finally, the spirit of offense. Once you get to that point, you're offended by everything. These are pretty much the stages of the black existence. Anyway, let's get started. Let's get started. I wanted to hop on something real quick. I don't know why. I don't think I even got that clip. Oh man. I didn't grab it. It was a clip by Godfrey. It didn't transfer over because I really wanted that clip. It was a good one too. Oh man. Shoot. Oh man. It was a good one. Let's see if I can find it on YouTube. So I can find it on YouTube. And it was basically Godfrey going off on Vlad TV talking about racism. What is this dude's Godfrey on racism? Vlad TV. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is the clip right here. But I thought the background was, here it goes. Here it goes. Here goes this. Oh shoot. It was this, it wasn't this one. It was, let me find this Walking Man Tan show. He's such a tool. I want my clip, man, but I can't because I got my IG running. I'm gonna try to pull one of these up. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why my clip wasn't on here. Let me try to find this buffoon. Let me see if this was it. Man, forget it, man. I can't find it. I can't find it. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't find it. I gotta do it next time because you said trolls in the chat. Um, yeah, the police probably would say I was black, but I would tell them I'm not black. I mean, it's not hard for me to say that. You know, it's not hard for me to say I'm not black. I don't have to subscribe to what somebody calls me. Um, you know, so I'll tell them I'm not black. Many folks have said it. OJ said he wasn't black. Nobody had a problem with it. Sammy Davis Jr. said he wasn't black. Nobody had a problem with it. So you can exercise your right not to be, you know, be offended by it. Um, oh, I need that clip though. Gosh, that clip. Oh, I need that clip. Hey, look, IG, I'm gonna come back because I got to get this clip. I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes. Ah, sorry, y'all on YouTube. This is irritating me because I really want these clips. Okay, let me go right now. I'm sorry. Hold on. Just give me 1 second, YouTube. Oh, my goodness. None of these clips transferred over. That's crazy. None of them. None of them. None of them. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. I apologize. Anyway, everybody is in this mode that they want me to be black, and they keep, and so it's offensive to black folks when I say I'm not black, and it shouldn't be. But it's offensive to think about it. If a person doesn't want to be Chinese, it doesn't offend Chinese people. It doesn't. Like if a person doesn't want to be something, it only offends black people because black people want you to be stuck in the misery. Black folks believe that if you figure out a way how to get out of what they're feeling, you're getting over. But again, if the police say that I'm black or the doctor say that I'm black, I'm gonna say I'm not black. I don't subscribe to those color codes. No different than a person saying, call me ma'am or call me sir or whatever with all this gender stuff. So again, you know, let me go live. Okay, I got the clip now. Let's go. Sorry about that, you all. Sorry. Here we go. There we go, y'all. Sorry about that. It was messing with me because I had something already set up to say about this Godfrey clip because he pretty much gives you the rundown of all of this stuff. Okay, we're back now. Sorry about that, you all. I don't know why my stuff didn't transfer over though. But let's go.
This, why don't we just give us what you owe us and we can go on and do our own shit? But no, they don't want that. White folks especially hate autonomous black happiness. They do not like when we are by ourselves doing our own shit. They cannot stand that shit. They don't even like us in a group. Like in Chicago, there used to be a thing, if you were 5 or more black guys on the corner, the police break it up. It's called mob action. It's like, what's going on here? If you're at work and you're a black employee and you're talking to another black employee, the white boss go, hey, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? I went to a very white university, and then when the black students hung out with each other, the white students would be like, oh, you guys hang out, you don't mix with us. I go, are you fucking kidding me right now, you delusional clown? It's 40,000, 45,000 white students and 800 black. Who the fuck you think I'm gonna hang out with? They would do shit like this.
Now, as many people, now just imagine in Chicago, 5 or more men, young men on the corner, is what? It's a gang. Now, we're talking about these police telling these young men to break it up because they are selling dope, committing crimes, and eventually killing somebody. Listen again, spirit of oppression. As much death, destruction, and damnation that happens on the south side of Chicago, and you're talking about the police doing something to prevent crime, and you got a problem with it. So you know that Godfrey is a tool of Satan. He is a tool used by Satan. I guarantee Godfrey does not believe in God. Most of these liberal Democrat black people do not believe in God. If you talk to them long enough, you'll find out they don't believe in God. Let me rewind this real quick.
What about this? Why don't we just give us what you owe us and we can go on and do our own shit? But no, they don't want that. White folks especially hate autonomous black happiness. They do not like when we are by ourselves doing our own shit. They cannot stand that shit. They don't even like us in a group. Like in Chicago, there used to be a thing, if you were 5 or more black guys on the corner, the police break it up. It's called mob action. It's like, what's going on here? If you're at work and you're a black employee and you're talking to another black employee, the white boss go, hey, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? I went to a very white university, and then when the black students hung out with each other, the white students would be like, oh, you guys hang out, you don't mix with us. I go, are you fucking kidding me right now, you delusional clown? It's 40,000, 45,000 white students and 800 black. Who the fuck you think I'm gonna hang out with? They would do shit like this.
Spirit of offense. Number 3, spirit of oppression. Number 5, spirit of offense. We go through the 5 spirits of blackness again. Number 1, spirit of pride. Number 2, spirit of entitlement. Number 3, spirit of oppression. Number 4, spirit of envy and jealousy. Number 5, spirit of offense. Again, Godfrey is talking about the police using preventative measures in Chicago. As many murders that happen in Chicago, as many drugs that are sold, as many families that are destroyed in Chicago, south side of Chicago, he's upset with the police, not for arresting people, not for police brutality, but telling these gang members to break it up. 5 or more on the corner is a gang, no matter how you want to slice it. Now, instead of him saying, well, the police are doing a good job by using preventative measures, he's using that as to say that white people don't like for black folks to be autonomous. Show me where black folks are autonomous and it's good. Show me where black people are left to their own devices and it's good. Just show it to me. I'm not talking about black people in white environments or white structured environments. I'm talking about black people in their own environment and it's being held accountable to black people. Show me where it's good. Show me. You can't. You go to any inner city where black people are the majority in an area and it's run down. Atlanta has exceptions with black suburbs and the DMV area with some suburbs. After that, they're pretty much all the same. Run down. And this was proven when they have a term called white flight. Black folks admit that when white people leave, their community suffers. It goes down the drain. But according to Godfrey's logic, when white people leave, the community should turn into Wakanda. Why is that when white folks left, it wasn't a bunch of Wakandas all around the country? When white people left, why wasn't it a whole bunch of Wakandas all around the country? Why, when white people left, your communities went down the toilet? Oh, maybe it's because of your culture. Godfrey, the Nigerian.
Anytime they see us get together in any kind of way, we could be at a cafe and black people could just be drinking coffee, laughing. All of a sudden, white people are like, oh boy, that Negro so loud. Excuse me, someone, can we turn down this Negro sound? You know, it's like fucked up. Like,
that's never happened though. Black people lie. Say to Instagram. Black people lie. Black people lie. The next time y'all in the bathroom, cut the lights off and say black people lied 3 times. Your credit score is going to go up 200 points. The next time you're in the bathroom, cut the lights off and say black people lied 3 times and your credit score jump up to 200 by 200 points. Nobody white has ever bothered anybody black drinking coffee, minding their business. This man said black people are sitting down, drinking coffee, laughing, and white people tell them it never happened. I've looked this way I look now for my whole life, and I've never had this stuff happen to me. I've never been in public settings and white people harass me. It never happens. You listen to black people talking, they'll tell you that somebody put the N-word on their receipt. They didn't give them their food. Like the stories that black people tell are just so outlandish, but really just lies. It's just lies. But again, remember that CRT is heavily based on storytelling. It's not based on facts. It's not based on truth. CRT is heavily based on telling stories. And so most of what you see with black people is stories being handed down and passed down that was lies from the beginning. It was already a lie. I've never experienced none of this stuff Godfrey is talking about ever in my life. Let's continue.
Anytime we have our own shit, whites always got to have their hand in our shit. They always got to be part of it. And if they're not part of it, then we're back to being niggas. We're back to being coons and spades and all this other dumb shit. Well, you understand where I'm coming from?
Well, let's bring it back to our point here.
Okay.
My
fault, people. You know, I snapped.
And again, Godfrey is putting on a show. Nigeria is in shambles, and it's nothing but Nigerians over there. So there's no racism in Nigeria because all the folks are Nigerian. So what's their problem? What's their problem? So again, Godfrey just told you all a bold-faced lie. He just ran down the script. He told a whole bunch of stories that never happened. And what you'll find is that most Black people's experiences come through entertainment or someone telling a story. Most Black folks don't experience this. I guarantee if we took a field trip with Godfrey right now, he would never experience this. Never. Black people lie. Period. And the sooner you all realize that, the sooner you all can stop listening to them. So I'm telling you now, the biggest mistake that folks made was listening to Black people lie. Because once you gave me your ear, those lies became truths over decades. And now y'all done created a monster that you really can't kill. You can't get rid of it. Now every time somebody Black is telling a horrific story, it's believed. I know Black folks lie. I grew around Black folks my entire life. And one thing they do very well is lie. Well, the Chinese are in Nigeria, but how did the Chinese take over Nigeria without force? See, the argument was before that the white man came in and took it by force. The Chinese didn't do that. So how did the Chinese take control of Africa or Nigeria without force? They didn't wage a war. Somebody called me the anti-Black demon. Well, I actually am anti-Black because to be Black is to be controlled. You cannot use a color to describe or define or identify a person. To be Black is to not be of God because Black is a color, not a person. Nobody is Black, nobody is white. So why would you even subscribe to it? You only subscribe to it because you're under programming. It's simple. It's simple. Most Black people wake up every day, look in the mirror and see brown skin, and then leave out the house and say they're Black. That's the devil. God is not the author of confusion. Imagine a child, you're telling a child, the color is Black, but so are you. The child scratching their head like, what you mean? This is Black. I'm not. Children, you got to basically program a child to follow this whole color code narrative. It would not make sense to a child. Black, but I'm brown. It don't make any sense. And even when I say this, Black people are so cowardly and so weak. They rather hold on to the lie than walk in the truth. Most of Black folks' problem is that they're cowards. Because when they see the truth, they run. The truth for Black folks is like garlic to a vampire. They run. Holy water, a cross, and garlic is what the truth is for Black people. Let's continue.
Which they raised us. Whoever taught Black men to be fathers? I think we're doing a good job considering, an excellent job considering what we've been through. We were never meant to be men. We were never meant to be fathers, because if we were fathers on the plantation, it meant that our children would listen to us before they listened to the person.
This is what this man just said. And I played this video before, but I want to play it again, show you how weak the Black man is. This man said that Black men can't be fathers because of slavery. Do you understand how cowardly that is? Do you understand how cowardly that is for a grown man to get on a platform and say a Black man can't be a father because of slavery, something that he never experienced? Do you know how cowardly that is? We were never taught to be fathers. Taught by who? The white. Listen, if you listen to Black, and I implore anybody to do me this one favor. Just go listen to 5 random Black men speaking on any platform. Put down, get a notepad or put the notes in your phone, and I guarantee they're going to be complaining, making excuses, whining, having no solutions. Guaranteed. You can't, it is hard pressed to find a black man that's not on social media blaming somebody and making excuses. You're going to be hard pressed. I just put in my video today how the black man been telling the black woman this entire time that he's inferior to the white man. The black man's been telling the black woman this entire time that he is oppressed by another man, and yet he's asking this woman to respect him. There's nowhere else in the world that works. When the male lion comes take over a pride, he has to defeat the current male lion. If this was the animal kingdom, if humans acted like the animal kingdom, black folks would be out of luck. Because black men have made it very clear they can't defeat the white man. In order for a lion to take over a pride, he must defeat the current male lion to get the pride. You never heard black men talking like that. Black men asking for reparations, asking for socialism, asking for communism. But you ain't heard no black man talking about, I'm going to get it by any means necessary. And I ain't talking about Malcolm X because he made that statement defending his family from who? Bunch of black folks. The irony of Malcolm X's most famous picture, and he had a gun defending his family from some more black folks. Some black folks tried to kill his family. Not the white man, the black man. Elijah Muhammad and Farrakhan and them tried to kill him and his family. Malcolm X's most famous picture, and he was protecting his family from the black man. Boy, it's a cold game. But let's continue.
And the way in which they raised us, whoever taught black men to be fathers? I think we're doing a good job considering, an excellent job considering what we've been through. We were never meant to be men. We were never meant to be fathers, because if we were fathers on the plantation, it meant that our children would listen to us before they listened to the person upstairs.
Great point.
And the moment we had any type of control on the plantation, they sold us or killed us, because they had.
And then a bunch of black men on here listening to him. I couldn't listen to him. I'll tell him, you sound weak. You sound weak. You mean to tell me another man had to teach you how to be a father? Tanya said they didn't give them any boots. Hold on. They said they didn't give them any boots, so they didn't know where the bootstraps were. That sounds like somebody, listen, that quote, they said they didn't give them any boots, so they didn't know where the bootstraps were. That sounds like what a black man would say. These white people talk about pull yourself up by the bootstrap. How we gonna pull ourselves up by the bootstrap and they didn't give us any boots? Then the whole crowd go crazy. Weak. The black man is so weak that black women don't even know what a strong man looks like. Listen, one of the reasons why there is so much contention between black men and black women is because when a black man decides to finally assert himself, it makes the black woman, she's furious. You know why? Because he didn't do it in the real world. He trying to exert himself with her, but then turn around and let the white man take his lunch money from him. This is all spiritual warfare. This is all subconscious. The black man been telling the black woman, I'm oppressed by the white man, but you better listen to me still. It's insane. And I'm telling you this right now, ladies, if any man tells you that he is oppressed by any other man, do not forget respecting him. Don't deal with him, period. Cut ties with him. If your husband comes home and say, baby, the white man got me, get a divorce. That's grounds for divorce. Because right there, he's telling you he's working for Satan. Any man telling you that he's oppressed by another man is working for Satan. Blanche, you can't tell her to get a divorce. If your husband comes home and says that another man is oppressing him, that means he doesn't run his household. That means he has violated the marriage covenant. He's allowing another man to be a husband to his wife and a father to his children. That is a violation of the marriage covenant. He is cheating on his wife with cowardice. This man is telling you, I'm the head of this household, but he's the head of me. That means he's the head of the household. So if the white man's the head of your household, then you've just breached your marital contract. You are cheating on your wife with cowardice. They said we gotta pull ourselves up by the bootstrap. But how we gonna pull ourselves up by the bootstrap if they didn't give us any boots? Disgusting. Even the cat in that show Puss in Boots, even the cat got some boots. Y'all couldn't get any boots? Remember when Denzel got beat? At least in Glory, Denzel got beat for some boots. Remember that? Denzel got beat for some boots. So Denzel got some boots. Denzel took a whooping for his boots, and the cat had some boots made for him. Either way, everybody getting boots except the modern day black man. It's crazy. Let's continue.
No room for anybody with power. Black people on plantations. So now here we are, 1865, so to speak, and they emancipate us, and now we're supposed to be fathers. Well, who taught us how to be fathers? From cradle to the grave. We're never fathers. We had no example of what a father was. The best that we had was Fiddler. Kunta Kinte had Fiddler. That was the best he had for a father. Now we're just coming up what Bob Marley calls our sleepless slumber. And now
Kunta Kinte had Fiddler, you moron. Kunta Kinte had a father in Africa. What you talking about? He had a father? Let's rewind a little bit.
Now we're supposed to be fathers. Well, who taught us how to be fathers? From cradle to the grave. We're never fathers. We had no example of what a father was. The best that we had was Fiddler. Kunta Kinte had Fiddler. That was the best he had for a father. Now we're just coming up what Bob Marley calls our sleepless slumber. And now we're coming to realize what a father really is.
Now we're coming to realize what you mean to tell me is 2024. This was in 2023 though, but it's 2024. And y'all are just now realizing what a father is. Y'all been out of slavery since 1865. And you still ain't figured out what a father was? 1865? Why is it so hard for the black man to get these basic concepts? Why is it so difficult for the black man to learn what every other man learns? Why is it so difficult for the black man to do what all these other men are doing? Why is it so difficult for the black man? If you tell me he's not weak, okay, he's not weak, then what's the hang up? Why does the black man feel so oppressed? If he has enough gall to call me a coon, but call himself a king, then tell me, why does he feel oppressed? How is he oppressed if he's why can nobody ever answer my questions? That's right. The Bible does give you instructions, and most black men don't have any faith. That's the problem. They don't have any faith. Spirits of blackness, spirit of pride, spirit of entitlement, spirit of oppression, spirit of envy and jealousy, and the spirit of offense. You got grown men coming on my platform upset with me for what? You know what's funny? If I don't agree with somebody, I don't go to their page. Think about it. If I don't agree with somebody, I don't go to their page. I don't even bother them. How is it that I see people I don't like and I don't like their message, I'm able to just say, you know what? Ignore them. But when it comes to me, they got to come on my page and sit on there for hours and talk about me. That means I'm telling the truth. Think about it. There's plenty of conservatives talking. They don't go to their page. There's plenty of liberals talking. They don't go to their page. So why are they coming to my page running their mouth? I'll tell you, I'm telling the truth. They know it. But what they believe is they believe in the last hour they're going to be spared. You know, they're going to come to me and they're going to say, like, you know, Blanche, vouch for me. I'm going to go to the old Roman days. I'm going to go to the old Roman days in the stadium. You know, where they go like this. So they're going to ask me to vouch for him. Blanche, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to call you a coon, Blanche. I was just playing, Blanche. I was just. Listen, if you looking for me to vouch, I'm like Caesar in Rome. Crowd is chanting, free Blanche, free Blanche, free Blanche, free. I'm like this, free Blanche, free Blanche, free. You can forget it. Thumbs down. If you think I'm going to go against God's word and ask for y'all to be spared, you crazy. That which a man soweth, he shall also reap. So I'm going to line up with the scriptures when it comes to y'all. They're going to say, Blanche, what do you say? I'm going to say, what did he sow? They're going to say decadence, destruction, death, damnation, catch. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Christianity is a belief and not a culture. Christianity, here's where we're wrestling. We're wrestling losing young people because we've taught them that it's a culture. And if they don't fit into our culture, then they can't fit into our faith. And Christianity is not a culture. Get in trouble, Waller. That's why right now we are wrestling in a cultural match in America. White evangelicals are scared to death because their culture is being challenged. Their culture, not Christianity. They're trying to fool us into thinking something's wrong with Christianity. Christianity just doesn't look like their Christianity anymore. And now they've gone out to get an evil king to try to fight for their culture, to keep us in check, to take us back to their happy days. That's what
You Pat. Now listen, he talking. I'm gonna break him down real quick. But he doing all that talking. You pan to the crowd. Black folks got the mask and the shot. Now he calling Trump an evil king, but you took his shot. The black man is weak. He's calling Trump an evil king, but you and your congregation took his shot. Operation Warp Speed. You put the mRNA in your body, but now he's an evil king, but you got that alien octopus baby floating around in your system. And it's a Royal Rumble match between the octopus alien baby, the diabetes, the cholesterol, the stress, the gout, etc., etc. Let's continue.
What this whole fight is about, because their culture is going down. And it's all about culture. You know, when Jesus raises the culture, he says, well, you know what to do. You know what the culture is. Don't do this, don't do the other. And he claims, I've done all that. But the reason for that dialogue is because culture doesn't save.
Okay, so now I want you to think about wisdom and discernment, understanding. The black man doesn't have any wisdom or understanding. How do we know this? How do we know this? We know this because when most black men speak, they are not speaking from a place of wisdom. They are speaking from a place of pride, a place of entitlement, a place of oppression, a place of spirit of envy and jealousy, a place of offense. I cannot find the clip I want. And I thought, I cannot find the clip I want. I cannot find a clip I want. Nope. Let me just go back to him.
Belief and not a culture. Christianity, here's where we're wrestling. We're wrestling losing young people because we've taught them that it's a culture. And if they don't fit into our culture, then they can't fit into our faith. And Christianity is not a culture. Get in trouble, Waller. That's why right now we are wrestling in a cultural match in America.
Stop right there. So he's talking about culture and he's talking about faith, your beliefs. Now, wisdom should tell you that your beliefs, your faith, is going to spill over and shape your culture because your culture can't go against your beliefs. So if your culture cannot go against your beliefs, then that means that your beliefs have to be lined up with your culture or vice versa. I'm going to say it again for you all in the back with the helmets on and still drooling. Your culture cannot go against your beliefs. Therefore, the culture has to adhere to your faith. So that means that your culture becomes a part of your beliefs. In fact, your beliefs and your faith create a culture. They create an environment. And so what he's talking about is saying that the culture can be separate from the belief. Well, that's the problem. Because Black culture itself is anti the word of God. Now you see what the problem is. With most of these pastors and most Black people, they have a culture that is anti their beliefs. The two don't exist. So Black culture and the word of God are always at odds. Before we get to white people, before we get to Trump, on a ground level, Black culture is warring against the word of God. And Black culture is winning so much to where the church has allowed Black culture to supersede the word of God. The Black church has allowed Black culture to supersede the word of God. And so now when you go to the Black church sounds what? Woke. The Black church sounds what? Conscious. The Black church sounds what? Pro-Black. Because you didn't fight the culture. All you did was allow Black culture to take over. You see, I can tell when a pastor ain't spent time with God because he wants to please the crowd. He wants to get Black folks hooting and hollering, getting their blood pressure all up. I can tell a backdoor preacher when I see one. No wisdom, no discernment, but full of decadence. But let's continue.
White evangelicals are scared to death because their culture is being challenged. Their culture, not Christianity. They're trying to fool us into thinking something's wrong with Christianity. Christianity just doesn't look like their Christianity anymore.
Now, quote unquote, Christianity is the word of God. And what he's doing here is trying to convince Black people that there is a different way to follow God. Don't do it the white people's way, even though the white Christian nations are being flooded by the world. Keep in mind that as he's speaking, there are millions of people flooding the countries filled with white people and their culture and their brand of Christianity. You see, when a Black man is speaking, rarely will you hear wisdom. Rarely will you hear the truth of facts. What you will hear is complaining. Somebody in the back said, you couldn't pay him to talk about white people. Back in 2020, I saw white people going against the mandates, not Black people. Since 2020, there's been a global effort by white people to go against the Great Reset, not Black people. So in the moment of crisis for the world, I saw Black people line up and get the shot and become cowards. I saw white folks put their neck on the line and go fight. And you want me to condemn white people? You're insane. The same people running their mouth were the same folks that got that shot. All you got to do is just talk to the people that say they don't like Blanche, and I guarantee they got some things in common. They either LGBTQ and got that shot, or they just weak and got that shot. Either way, they're undesirable. They don't believe in God, none of that. They're atheists. They serve the will of Satan. Now, when I talk about Bill Gates, y'all don't say nothing. When I talk about Klaus Schwab, y'all don't say nothing. When I talk about Elon Musk, y'all don't say nothing. When I talk about Joe Biden, y'all don't see. The difference between me and y'all is I talk about white folks at the top. When I get on them Jews, y'all don't say nothing. Difference between me and y'all is y'all talking about somebody at the gas station. I'm talking about somebody pulling the strings. That's the difference. Y'all are pigeons. I'm an eagle. That's the difference. Y'all worried about somebody with a MAGA hat on. I'm talking about the folks that are cutting CERN on. It's a difference. Y'all are talking about somebody who supports Trump that's white. I'm talking about the white folks cutting that CERN on, opening that portal up. That's what I talk about. But let's be honest. That's way above black folks' pay grade. That's really what they're telling me. What you're saying, Black, is above our pay grade. And if it's above your pay grade, then shut your mouth. But let's continue.
And now they've gone out to get an evil king to try to fight for their culture, to keep us in check, to take us back to their happy days.
Now, they're calling Trump an evil king, and I guarantee the crowd in that pastor in that church is 90+% snake bitten and Boost Mobile. How much you want to bet? They calling Trump an evil king, but you took his shot. Just make it make sense. Make it make sense for us heathens out here in the audience, Pastor. If Trump was so evil, why on God's green earth you take his shot? You said he was racist. You said he was incompetent. You didn't trust him. So what made you trust his shot? I'll tell you. Because the shot was connected to the world. So you see, that was the moment you're supposed to show and prove. You're supposed to show us that you're going to stay on the word of God and not what man said. But all y'all folded. Most black pastors folded. Most black churchgoers folded. They went and got that shot. They went and sold their soul to Satan in real time. Now these same people are coming back around talking about now white folks is racist and Trump's an evil king. Oh, not so fast. If you really believe that, there's no way you would take a snake bite from Moderna or Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson, all ran by Jews and white folks. You wouldn't have did it. Oh, let me guess. The conservative white folks are bad, but the liberal white folks are good. Which one is it? At the end of the day, people, there's no excuse. These folks have been exposed. So now when they get up in this pulpit running their mouth, it don't really have the same fire to it. We know you compromised. Everybody knows you took them shots. Everybody knows when the pressure was on, you folded. We don't believe you. You need more people. You pan to that congregation, all you're gonna see is chicken wings and people with masks on. And some folks trying to eat the chicken wings through the mask.
That's what this whole fight is about. Because their culture is going down.
But what he don't understand is the only safe haven for the world is white culture. And it's proven. 11 million immigrants didn't come over here, or 22 million, however, we don't know the number. But all these millions of immigrants didn't come to America for black culture. They didn't come for Hispanic culture. They didn't come for Asian culture. Them immigrants came over here because it's ran by white culture. That's why they go to these countries, because they're ran by white folks. You don't see no black folks or no people of color migrating to countries ran by them. They don't do it. They know it's hell. When I was in Africa, if a person was from Liberia, they weren't even given a work permit to work in any other country. So the men was pimps, women were prostitutes. This is in Africa. Wasn't no white folks around. The people from Liberia were not allowed to work in any of these other countries. I said, this is awful. No white people around. These Africans would deny other Africans the right to put food on the table. Why? I don't know. My point to you is that you listen to these black folks long enough, you're going to hear Satan talking. And I mean what I say. There's no way this pastor can say with a straight face that Trump is an evil king, and you, your wife, and the whole congregation took that shot. Ain't no way. You have lost all credibility. Let's continue, though.
And it's all about culture. You know, when Jesus raises the culture, he says, well, you know what to do. You know what the culture is. Don't do this, don't do the other. And he claims, I've done all that. But the reason for that dialogue is because culture doesn't save. Christianity.
Notice what he said. He said culture doesn't save. Then I would say, but it destroys. Culture does not save, but it can destroy, i.e., black culture. Black culture is at odds with the word of God. Black culture is at odds with God's word. If you don't believe me, the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Black culture says when you get upset, you can steal from white folks. Black culture says if somebody gets murdered, don't snitch. We can go through every commandment. Black culture, the 10 Commandments says, do not put any gods, false idols, gods before God. Black culture puts blackness in front of God. If you don't believe me, just ask somebody, if you had to pick to be of Christ or be black, what would you pick? They're going to pick black. Now, I know what I'm saying gets y'all upset. I know. But what it should do is give you some awakening and some enlightenment. Because the end of this, the goal of all of this is for you all to go to Christ. That's the whole goal. But we got to deconstruct all this blackness, because blackness, they told you, when he's talking about culture, he's not telling you that your culture is anti what God has been saying this whole time. Y'all are worshiping the golden calf, and it's called blackness. Y'all are justifying sin because of blackness. It is a culture war. And I guarantee, once all of this stuff goes down, black folks are going to be screaming for white folks to be in charge. Y'all have no idea what destruction is until you see a white folk not in charge. If you don't believe me, just go look outside your window. The anti-white agenda is the anti-God agenda. And it's not because white people are God, it's because of what they represent. The Smithsonian went through a whole list of things that were racist. Things like the idea of one God is racist. Things like thinking about you're free is racist. The Washington Post actually put that in there, that the idea of freedom comes from white supremacy. And black folks let it slide. How is the idea of freedom an anti-white supremacist thought process? How is being on time white supremacy? How is accomplishing goals white supremacy? And black folks go along with this. Black folks don't fight against this stuff. You know why? Because black culture is anti-God. Black culture says you can have an abortion. Black culture says that. Black culture says if your life isn't going right, blame white people. That's black culture. That's right, Pamela. Who the Son set free is free indeed. Whom the Son has set free is free indeed. This pastor is talking about culture, but he's not telling you the other side of that statement is culture doesn't save, but culture can destroy. That's why if you're truly a believer, you won't allow a culture to go against your beliefs, meaning your culture is going to reflect your faith. You're not going to separate what you believe from your culture because they will be at odds with each other. So common sense would say, I'm going to create a culture around my faith, which is what was done in the Bible. So believers should have their own culture that is separate from the world, separate from all other cultures. There should be a believer's culture. That ain't what he said, though. He said Trump is bad, even though we lined up and got his shot. Dummy. Let's continue. Let's continue.
It was not my name. Once we follow, believe, understand the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and come into knowledge of ourselves, then we want to be called after names of our people.
So, Clay was a white man's name, but Muhammad and Ali were names for his people. What people would that be? A variety of shades and tones. Here's an example of an Arab. Looking at this picture, you may be wondering, did Opie Taylor grow up and convert to Islam? No. This is Sheikh Muhammad al-Yaqubi, the 34th grandson of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam.
Now, I wish you all could see this on Instagram, but the 33rd or 34th grandson of Muhammad the Prophet got red. He looked Irish. He like a leprechaun. Hold on. Let me start it over. If y'all can, come over on YouTube so you can see this clip. We're about to go in through this whole Islam thing real quick in about a minute.
Clay was not my name. Once we follow, believe, understand the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and come into knowledge of ourselves, then we want to be called after names of our people.
So, Clay was a white man's name, but Muhammad and Ali were names for his people. What people would that be? A variety of shades and tones. Here's an example of an Arab. Looking at this picture, you may be wondering, did Opie Taylor grow up and convert to Islam? No. This is Sheikh Muhammad al-Yaqubi, the 34th grandson of Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. This guy's so white, he tried to buy Go-Gurts at Whole Foods. And this is exactly what we would expect based on descriptions of Muhammad in Islam's most trusted sources. Sahih al-Bukhari, number 63. Narrated Anas bin Malik. While we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque, tied its foreleg, and then said, "Who amongst you is Muhammad?" At that time, the Prophet was sitting amongst us, leaning on his arm. We replied, "This white man."
Muhammad, the great prophet of Islam, was white. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Muhammad, the great prophet of Islam, was white. Imagine all these black folks. It's a trend now. All these black folks running to Islam, and the great prophet is white. When I tell you that the black man don't have any wisdom, understanding, he don't understand. Pastor Man's 100. He don't understand the world. Ain't none of these black people converting to Islam research this religion. Now we already know that Muhammad's bloodline is white because the grandson look Irish. But Muhammad was described as a white man. Ironically, Farrar Muhammad, he wasn't black either. We say, I guess he was biracial or whatever, but he wasn't black. He started Nation of Islam. Isn't it ironic that the Islam, the faith, and Nation of Islam both were started by non-black men? We can't make it up. We can't make it up. We can't make it up. Rick Ham, he said they paint their beards red to look like Muhammad.
Most trusted sources. Sahih al-Bukhari, number 63. Narrated Anas bin Malik. While we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque, tied its foreleg, and then said, "Who amongst you is Muhammad?" At that time, the Prophet was sitting amongst us, leaning on his arm. We replied, "This white man."
Do you know how funny it is for Muhammad to be white, but Jesus ain't actually white? Like, do you know how funny it is for these Muslims to hide the fact that Muhammad is white, for the Nation of Islam to hide the fact that Farrar Muhammad is white, but then condemn Jesus, who actually isn't white? Think about the irony in that. Muhammad was white, Farrar Muhammad was white, and they hide it. Jesus or Yeshua actually wasn't white, but he gets condemned by them. Well, that is hilarious. That scenario, that situation is the epitome of the black mind. The epitome of it. Rejecting the truth, embracing the lie. I want that Pastor Manning clip so bad. I don't have it in I don't have it on this disc. I don't have it on this disc because I sure wanted that clip bad. I want that clip bad. I'm just itching for that clip.
And none of this is about Muslims or Jews, because there's Palestinian Jews, there's Palestinian Christians, Palestinian Muslims, Palestinian atheists. It don't matter about that. It's a decolonization effort. That's all it is.
Look at this. Look at this tea and crumpets Negro over here. Look at it. Listen to it.
Colony. And none of this is about Muslims or Jews, because there's Palestinian Jews, there's Palestinian Christians, Palestinian Muslims, Palestinian atheists. It don't matter about that. It's a decolonization effort. That's all it is.
Now, this man ain't got no strife in the UK. He talking about decolonization, and he literally eats tea, drinks tea, and eats crumpets. He can't. If you drinking tea and eating crumpets, you ain't oppressed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You ain't oppressed. If you speak with the Queen's English, you ain't oppressed. I'm sorry. He got the whole little outfit on. He got the little do-rag on, the glasses. He got the kit on now. He got the chains with the who's dude from Street Fighter? Akuma. He got the Akuma chain on. He got the silver chain. He got the whole turtleneck. He got the kit on now. He got the whole kit on. But you ain't oppressed. You finna go drink some tea, some crumpets. Come on, y'all. Come on.
set a colony, and none of this is about Muslims or Jews, because there's Palestinian Jews, there's Palestinian Christians, Palestinian Muslims, Palestinian atheists. It don't matter about that. It's a decolonization effort. That's all it is.
Lame, corny, and lame. Rick Hempstead says Elijah Muhammad was 3/4 white as well, and Farrakhan is 1/3 Jewish. I always tell folks God is ironic. Very ironic. Yes. Yes.
Gemini accused of being racist towards white people. Basically, some users attempted to ask the AI chatbot to generate images of different types of people, such as a Pope or a Viking, but it only returned images of people of color. While this is fine, it consistently excluded individuals that were white, continuing to perpetuate this notion that being white is somehow becoming taboo. It's really interesting because there's such a push for diversity. Everywhere you turn, diversity, diversity, but it appears that this diversity doesn't include white people. And even when it does, it comes with some kind of a disclaimer. Yes, any reasonable person can agree that marginalization and exclusion were issues, but overcorrection and, quite frankly, discrimination are not the solutions. People ask me all the time, well, why do you care? I care because the pendulum keeps swinging back and forth. Today's victims, tomorrow's villains, and the cycle never ends. If inclusivity is truly the goal, then we have to stop indirectly demonizing certain groups of people based on imagined power dynamics. It's just bizarre and wrong.
So basically, they're programming AI to basically be anti-white. And again, there is an anti-white agenda because the goal is once white people are quote unquote no longer in charge, so y'all think, then it's going to be over with. It's going to be over. Again, immigration can be summed up in one word: white people. I want to live with white people. 2 words: white people. I want to live with white people. I trust the white man's system. I trust his laws. I trust his structures. That's why people flood into white countries, for that very reason. They trust white people. They trust them. Yes, Pastor Manny is alive. But again, even if we talk about marginalization and exclusion, it has to be done in context because it wasn't done everywhere. I asked a question today and I said, if the Jim Crow era was so prevalent with all this stuff, why can't you find any coloreds only signs? Whites only signs. Why can't you find all? If what they saying is true, there should be hundreds and thousands of signs talking about whites only, blacks, whatever. You can't find that stuff nowhere. I done been to 100 antique shops and I ain't never seen a sign that said for colors only. But they telling me it was so prevalent. Where's all the memorabilia from that time period? If it was so prevalent, there should be them signs should be everywhere. But you can't find them. You can't. It is rare to find for colors only sign, a white only sign. They're rare. I'm like, how are they rare if y'all are telling me that every building had them, every school had them, every structure had them signs on them except a house. But you can't find it. Come on, y'all. Hey, listen, right, Miss Jackson, Titty Ball, they finding Dead Sea Scrolls and dinosaur bone, but can't find these signs that say for colors only and whites only. Make it make sense. I'll be right back on. Let me just start up IG again. Sorry, y'all. They got everything from that era except the signs. They have everything from the era except the signs. I'm not saying there weren't any signs. I'm just asking where all the signs are. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Something is holding me back. Is it because I'm black? Something is holding me back. Is it because I'm black? In this world of no pity, I was raised in the ghetto of the city. Wonder she worked so hard to earn every penny. Something is holding me back.
Now, this man that had his body was taken over by this black spirit. He was seizing up, convulsing, everything. Is it because I'm black? Listen, he just casting a spell on the crowd himself. Just is because I'm black. Is it because I like he just? It's all propaganda. It's all a lie, and he got the whole room in a trance. Is it because I'm black? It's crazy.
Something is holding me back. Is it because I'm black? Something is holding me back. Is it because I'm black?
Utter foolishness. Utter foolishness. It's foolishness. And black folks eating it up. Black people are eating it up. Where is it? Ooh, I gotta play this one real quick. And then next.
Haired, blue-eyed, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion Jesus in contradiction to the black Jesus with nappy hair in the Bible. Our own babies, according to behavioral scientists, our baby girls, when confronted with choosing between a black doll and a white doll, there has been so much damage done, they choose the white doll and say the black doll is ugly. So racism is everywhere and it's institutionalized. We cannot really be racist because racism is prejudice plus power. Nothing I say up here nor anywhere in the world will impact, stop fronting, will impact on any white folks in this audience, on your job, in politics, in economics, in housing, in the society. We don't have the power to do that, so we cannot be racist. You know what I'm saying?
Here goes my question to you all. Khalid Muhammad just basically said that black folks don't have any power. That's what he just, let's play it again so you don't say I'm misquoting him.
Will impact on any world, will impact, stop front. Because racism is prejudice plus power. Nothing I say up here nor anywhere in the world will impact, stop fronting, will impact on any white folks in this audience, on your job, in politics, in economics, in housing, in the society. We don't have the power to do that, so we cannot be racist. You know what I'm saying? blonde.
So basically, what Khalil Muhammad just said was that there's nothing that black people can do to affect any actual outcomes with white people. So then my question is, then what are you doing? He admitted that his words aren't going to do it. And then he reiterated that even his actions can't do it. So my question is for Khalil Muhammad and anybody else talking, if you don't have the actual power to make any change, then what are you actually doing? Like if you're telling me that your words and actions don't work against white people because they control everything, then what are y'all actually doing? Kind of reminds me when Bobblehead Sharpton said, I don't know when, I don't know how, we're gonna somehow do it. See, what you'll find is that these people don't actually have a solution. You just heard the mighty Khalil Muhammad tell you, no matter what he does, he cannot affect the white power structure. So my question is, Milk Dud Muhammad, what are you doing then? You're running game on the people. If you're telling me that all your efforts will not work against white people, then that means you're running game. I knew I didn't trust him because that head is too shiny. I've never seen a man's head that shiny and that much of a milk dud. He got it. I don't know how he did it. That's an old school milk dud head though. You'll never see them heads again. Them like them old Mac heads down in South America. That milk dud. But anyway, Khalil Muhammad just told y'all that nothing he does can affect the white power structure. So my question to you all is, then what are these people doing? They're telling you that white folks are in control, white folks are in charge, and they're systemic, and that they oppress. So that what are they actually doing? They're running game. They're running game. Either, look at it two ways. Either you know it's a farce and you're running game, or you believe it's true and you're just weak. Which one is it? Which one is it? Either you know it's a farce and you're running game, or either you believe it's true, but you're weak. Which one is it? Milk Dud Muhammad just told y'all that no matter what he does, it will not affect the white power structure. And matter of fact, he said, stop fronting. Is it because I'm black? All my people tell me, oh, is it because I'm black?
There's been so much negative and crazy commentary for me trying to teach our students how to interact with the police. And this is just a routine traffic stop. Like if you were speeding or, you know, your tail lights out or whatever, just tell them to be polite, let the windows down, have their hands on the steering wheel, have their license ready when they get there. You know, the basic stuff. So that way you don't have to go reaching, etc. I have been called all types of coons and sellouts and degenerates and Harriet would have left me hanging, etc. just for simply teaching the kids to be polite if the police pulled them over. The contrary suggestions from the pro-black community have been to assert their rights to the police, argue with the cops on the side of the road and tell them what you are and aren't going to do for a routine traffic stop. I've been told that this is going to get them killed and I should tell them that they should assert their rights to the cops on the side of the road. They've also said that these cops are white supremacists and that the white supremacists have infiltrated the police force. I would feel like white supremacist cops are waiting for you to escalate a situation so they can do something to you. I even had people say, well, you should teach the kids to kill the cops before the cops kill them. And hey man, I don't know what's up, what's in the juice in our community right now, but man, even got people still mad because the students are saying yes sir or yes ma'am, as if they're like, oh, well, yes ma'am, yes sir was a part of slavery. I'm like, yeah, but people who weren't slaves were saying yes sir and yes ma'am too. Like, again, like.
Well, again, King Randall is a great litmus test for black culture. Just think about who black culture accepts and think about why they're so mad at King Randall. King Randall's school got vandalized. Dr. Umar ain't even got a school. Black folks love Dr. Umar I heard he changed his name to Mfume Dikembe Mfume, whatever it is. But Dr. Umar don't have a school, and he's steady finessing black folks, and they love him. King Randall actually has a school, and black folks hate him. Dr. Umar Johnson just running his mouth. King Randall's actually working with the youth, and black folks are against him. King Randall is the greatest litmus test for black culture. He's exposing them. These people are mad at him because he's telling them to be polite when the police pull him over. They're mad at him because he has the children saying yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Like, think about the mindset of black people to be mad at King Randall. Keep in mind now, they're not giving him any money. They're not donating. They're getting money to Dr. Umar Johnson and these other crooks and swindlers and shysters and no-gooders. But not King Randall.
Anything that has to do with manners, etiquette, common decency, common sense is all white. We've made our existence solely being contrary to white people. Like, if you're pro-black, you have to be contrary to white people. If white people suggest or agree with anything, you have to be the opposite. If white people say we shouldn't jump off the bridge because we're going to die, then we all should jump off the bridge because white people said it. Like, this is what you sound like. Like, just
again, do you hear what he is saying? He is saying what I'm talking about. That is, they're convincing black people to just be the opposite of what white folks are doing. That's why I told you all, they're telling you to sin. I'm not saying that white people are sinless. I'm saying that they're telling you to go against white just for the sake of going against white. That's going to be bad. That's not going to end well. Believe me.
the other day in the caption of one of my skilled trades videos, I asked for suggestions on things to teach the boys. And of course, people were making suggestions. So there's a white lady come in and she said, we should teach the kids, how to, work outside and blah, blah, blah. There's some good suggestions. We had black people under the comments, like, just berating her for no reason at all. Like, she didn't even say anything wrong. It's under like, blah, 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 just going at her throat. Nobody asked you and Caucasian this and blah, 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 all because she made suggestions that I asked for. Like, we really don't think that energy could be used somewhere else. Like, seriously, like, I don't know, again, where we at and what's in the juice, but all this extra anger, etc., and nothing's happening, like, we got to stop. None of the work that I do is for the black community as a whole. I do my work for my hometown of Albany, Georgia. I have been past the point where I've let people convince me that the entire black community is going to be saved one day if we all just get reparations and all the white people die, etc., etc., and we're just going to be the best ever. Ever since I began working.
And what he's talking about is the fact that black people are already communists. The notion that he has to take on the burden of the whole black community is communism. Like, I'm glad he said this. I'm concerned with Albany, Georgia. I'm not concerned with the whole black community. I'm concerned with this. I ain't concerned with that's communism. This is what they want. They want somebody like him to be getting donations and it gets funneled to the black community, but really it gets funneled to those that are running the black community. But again, what he's seeing is, he's saying what's in the juice, I'll tell you. It's the spirit of pride. It's the spirit of entitlement. It's the spirit of oppression. It's the spirit of envy and jealousy. It is a spirit of offense. That's what you are seeing. Black folks are offended by what you're saying because you're giving them no excuses. If you want to get some black folks mad, take away all their excuses and see what happens. They're going to hate you.
In this community, especially with young black men, the only thorns in my side have been black elected officials, black superintendents, black this, black that. Everybody's been black. Like, everybody that's been a thorn in my side has been black people. We have fed our communities.
Imagine this young man doing all of this, and his number one enemies are, remember I played the video at the city council meeting? All the white people said they wanted his school to be built in the neighborhood. All the black people said no. All the white people said, yeah, let's build a facility, out of school facility in the neighborhood. All the black folks said no. The black folks wanted Walmart, Popeye, some foolishness. Black folk was going up one by one talking about how they didn't want this man to build a facility.
Giving away free gas. We have helped moms with their light bills all the time. We do grocery giveaways every month. Like all this stuff that I do all the time that never gets posted or talked about is what we do on a weekly, monthly basis. We do this all the time. And this work is mainly helping black moms and black kids. But then you'll say, oh, well, you got white racist people donating to your organization. Then on the other hand, you'll say, well, white racist people need to be giving money to black people. So again, I don't understand what's the problem when y'all say, oh, well, white people are donating to your organization, and you say white people need to be given to black organizations. So what exactly are you looking for?
Imagine black people upset. Just think about this for a second. Think about this. Black people are saying they want reparations. And keep in mind, white people fund, and when you see black folks doing this kind of stuff, white folks pull their checkbook out. White people are giving this young man money to help these children and single mothers. And black people are saying they're racist white people. At the same time, they're listening to Tariq and the Sheik tell them they can get money from the government through reparations. Like it's just insane. Black people are mad that he's getting money because of what he's doing. He's getting rid of excuses. That's why they're upset. He's making you believe that it's possible. That's why they're upset. Because he's doing what they said was impossible. You mean to tell me this guy's actually helping the black youth and black families and black community, and white people are giving him money? We got to tear it down. Them folks went in there, black people, because they called them, went in there and tore his school up. I said, how evil and wicked is that? Not the KKK, not the white nationalists, not the Trump supporters. Black folks went to that young man's school and tore it apart. Thousands worth of damage. And I guarantee they're out of jail. I guarantee they got bailed out of jail. Guaranteed. It's absolutely disgusting.
I'm just saying, I don't know no white racist people that I think would be donating to a black organization. I don't see why a Ku Klux Klan member would be donating to our organization, teaching black children how to be successful. I don't understand. But anyway, I'll go back to being a coon and all these other racially charged names y'all keep calling me because I want young black men to be successful. Y'all take care of yourselves. Peace.
Now, how can King Randall be a coon and I be a coon? Like, hold on. King Randall's actually working with the black youth and the black family. How can he be a coon and I be a coon, but Umar not be a coon? Bobblehead Sharpton not be a coon. Farrakhan not. None of the other people that y'all follow are coons, but the people actually telling y'all the truth are the coons. Spirit of pride, spirit of entitlement, spirit of oppression, spirit of envy and jealousy, spirit of offense. Right, Cyber, they want Barabbas. They want Barabbas.
Superior because we have been oppressed the most and still made the most significant contributions. So our resilience is superior. That's what makes us superior. If you can make the most significant contributions in the face of oppression, that shows some superiority.
Who destroyed the black family?
Systemic racism.
Who?
White supremacists.
White supremacy destroyed the black family?
Right, systemic
racism. They made black men leave their homes?
They locked black men up, yes.
Did they make black men leave their home and for the welfare check?
Yes.
They made them do it.
They didn't make them do it. It rewarded black women who kicked black men out the house.
But, right, and so is the black woman superior to?
The black woman what?
Superior to all the other women, other races of women?
Yes.
They're superior to everybody else.
Yes, by my definition.
And so if black women are superior, why did they choose to accept the welfare check over the husband?
Jesse Lee Peterson, you can say what you want to say. When I tell you he bust their head, listen what he said. Listen.
Yes, by my definition.
And so if black women are superior, why did they choose to accept the welfare check over the husband?
If black women are superior, then why did they accept the welfare check over their husband? These are questions that black people cannot answer. They cannot answer these questions because to do so would mean that Jesse Lee Peterson is right. So they have to attack him rather than tell the truth. This man said that he's superior to white people because he's oppressed. Play this one clip in the beginning. Hold up.
We're superior because we have been oppressed the most and still made the most significant contributions. So
just think about this for a second. We're superior because we've been oppressed the most. This man just said we are superior because we've been oppressed the most. This man just said we are superior because we've been oppressed the most. Do you understand how insane that is? Do you understand do you understand that this whole black thing is going to lead you to mental I don't want to say the other word, but is it what's the word? Mental dysfunction? It's going to make you lose brain cells. You're going to get dumber. You're going to sound more stupid. This man just said that black men are superior because they've been oppressed the most. And black folks hear this and clap. Black people hear this nonsense and clap. Could you imagine what's in his book? How many typos? How many misspelled words? I'm surprised they ain't a pop-up book. I'm surprised they ain't a pop-up book or coloring. I'm surprised they ain't a coloring book. Black supremacy. I'm surprised they ain't a coloring book. Utter foolishness. The black man is superior because he's been oppressed the most. Crazy. Crazy. Y'all want to see some bad acting? Y'all want some bad acting? Hold on.
You're black. You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is.
Everything done to me. Already done to you. I may be black. I may be poor. I may even be ugly. But I'm here. I'm here.
That was the worst. Let's play it again.
You're black. You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is.
Everything done.
That line right there is horrible writing. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is. You know when the roach is dead when you step on, like, it's bad writing. Because in the original, in the movie, I know it's based on the play, but in the movie, Mr. says, I should have kept you locked up. And she says, the jail you plan for me is the one you're going to rot in. That's good writing. This right here is some trash. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach that you is. You're black. You're poor. It ain't hard acting in black movies. All you got to do is you got to over exaggerate and look pitiful. Look angry or look pitiful.
You're black. You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is.
Everything done to me, already done to you. I may be.
Why they make Fantasia special ed though? Like, why she? Everything been done to you. Everything been done to me. Already been done to you. Like, why they got her looking like she handicapped though? Like this the black version of not Stephen Hawkins, but Selma Hawkins. Like why? Look at the mannerisms. Hold on, it's bad. Everything that been done to me already been done to you.
Everything done to me, already done to you. I may be black. I may be poor. I may even be ugly. But I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here. Oh. Goodness. This is horrible. This is horrible. Let's watch it one more time, man. This is bad, y'all.
You're black. You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is.
Everything done to me, already done to you. I may be black. I may be poor. I may even be ugly. But I'm here. I'm here.
Listen, it ain't hard acting in black movies. All you got to do is look upset or look pitiful and over exaggerate what you're saying, and you're black, you're poor, you're ugly, you a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is. Everything that been done to me already been done to you. I may be black, I may be poor, I may even be ugly, but I hear. I hear. It ain't hard acting in black movies at all. It ain't difficult. That is the worst scene I've ever seen in my life. That's horrible acting. It's just bad acting. It's just bad acting. It's just bad. It's horrible acting. I'm sorry. It's bad. That was bad. The guy who plays Mr. Coleman Domingo in 2023 version of this piece of trash is married to. Hold on, that dude he gay? Whoa. No. No. Man, Gary Coleman came up. Hold on. Oh, no. So Coleman Diego. So Raul Diego is his husband. What? He wrote it? Well, he married to a white. He married to a white man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why you tell me that? Oh no. No, no, no. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Y'all see this? Oh, let me share this screen real quick. Oh no. Oh no. The guy that played Mr. is LGBTQ. Wow, married to a white. Oh my goodness. Mm, mm, mm. Mm.
In this world of no pity, I was raised in the ghetto of the city. Something is holding me back. This is because I'm black. Something is holding me back. This is because I'm black. In this world of no pity, I was raised in the ghetto of the city. Wonder she worked so hard to earn every penny.
This man is. Y'all know how crazy this is that man is gay? I'm going to say this again. Black culture, the gatekeepers of black culture are the LGBTQs. They are the gatekeepers. And if you want to get inside the gate, you're going to have to open up your gates. That sounds horrible. Black culture is ran by the LGBTQs. One more time. One more time.
You're black. You're poor. You're ugly. You a woman. I should have kept you under my shoe like the roach you is.
Everything done to me, already done to you. I may be black. I may be poor. I may even be ugly. But I'm here. I'm here.
That was the worst scene I've ever seen in my life. And it sounded like it was a voice over for her. It sounded like a voiceover. No, Fantasia isn't LGBTQ, but I don't know. It's just foolishness, man. It's because I'm black. Oh, I was raised in the ghetto and I said I. Listen, y'all. I enjoyed y'all tonight. Thank my moderator, Angel Wings. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I got on a little late today, but Hopefully it was okay. The show was hopefully it was good today. Hope we got a chance to laugh and have some fun. That's right, the gatekeepers. But you know, I love you all. Thank y'all so much. I'm glad that we all can get on here and laugh through all of this madness going on outside and around us. We can get on here and have a good time. But I thank y'all so much. He's playing James Baldwin next. He's playing. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sorry, y'all. Super Sticks. I'm sorry. Cruise Missile. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cruise Missile. MKOK. Thank you so much for the super stick. I really appreciate it. Rick Hampstead. Thank you so much. Great show. Blanche, one love. Thank you, Rick Hampstead. Rick Hampstead make these awesome edits, you all. I don't know how much he charged for edited videos, but he does an excellent job. I'm about to post another one up on my page, but thank you, Rick. Awesome person. Thank you. And did my logos. Awesome. Just thank you so much, Rick. But listen, I love y'all. I want you to have a good night, and I will see you all again probably on Saturday. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much.